Neil, not long to go now in the transfer window. No doubt you'll be sick of the questions. But, any movement in the last 12 hours when you last spoke?
No, nothing. Just no movement at all. As usual, Nick's doing a bit of work in the background, but there's no guarantees of anything at the minute.
And you're happy if you were going as you were?
Well, I said that last night, yeah. I mean, they've got a good squad and decent depth, and once we get the few injuries back, we'll be fine.
Celtic seem to make signings in this window and are able to do it, but is it still a difficult window, this one in general? Yeah,
January's always difficult, whether clubs not wanting to sell, or players not wanting to come, or and sometimes in the last couple of days something crops up, very last minute, so you have to wait, and be patient. I'm not sure what date's it today, the 30th, so I might be sitting at tomorrow night late on. Something might happen or something might not.
For a manager, is it exciting, is it frustrating that going into that final day?
It's a bit of both. Yeah, it's a bit of both. So you're dangling, spinning plates, and you think you're there with one and it falls through, or if something happens, and then you got to look at other options. But at the minute, we're not in any sort of tizzy or panic to do anything.
Luke O'Connell, is he potentially going out on loan? I know Sunderland were mentioned.
Possibly. It might be good for him to go out and get some game time. He had a thigh injury where kept him out for a couple of months, and now he's playing very well in the development team, so that might be a possibility.
So that's more than likely, potentially.
There's reports this morning that Gillingham had made a move to try and sign Karamoko Dembele on loan. Is that?
They'd made an inquiry about it, and it was turned down.
Is he a player that you think his development would help staying at Celtic?
Yes.
Do you think that?
I think this is the best place for him, and we know of his capabilities, we know of his talent. We're very excited about him coming forward. But he's just going to turn 17 soon, so we have to protect him. There's a duty of care with him as well in terms of his development. But we want it here.
I know he is very young, but do you see more scope for him getting a bit more game time towards the end of the season?
Towards the end of the season, possibly, yeah. We'll have to see how that goes.
The games against Hamilton have been quite close this season. Are you expecting similar this weekend?
Yes, yeah. We had a last gasp winner at home, and we won 1-0 at New Douglas Park. So we got to be on our game. Brian and Hamilton do a great job every year. Unlimited resources to stay in the league. It's a difficult venue with the pitch. But we've got good momentum at the minute, and we want to keep that going.
What do you think it is about them this season that they've maybe been quite tough to break down?
I think the way Brian sets him up, I think he's quite shrewd. I think good coach. And I think, under Martin Canning, even before that, they were very much similar veins. So, they try and recruit within the limits to make themselves better. But, it's always a fight for them every year, but they're used to that now.
You look at the first sort of 20 minutes of the first half of last night's game. Is that really the sort of standard you're looking from the players?
Well, it's so pleasing. I was so enthralled. We were breathtaking at times. It was just fantastic to watch. And I don't think anyone can have any complaints about that performance. To go there and play as comprehensively, but the quality of football, the style of football, the zest, the attitude, the goals, it was brilliant to watch.
Is the break giving the team a bit more energy from what we saw yesterday?
I think so. I think it's gradually building. There's going to be ups and downs along the way. We're not going to play like that every week, and I assume Sunday will be no different. It'll be psychologically a totally different game. It might be a question of being patient and slower tempo if Hamilton try and make it difficult for us. But in terms of where they are physically, they're like psychologically and physically very happy.
There's so many games coming up. Is it difficult to sort of try and have a starting 11 every week? Is this where the size of the squad comes into effect?
Yeah, everyone goes on about how big our squad is. It's not massive. We've trimmed it, and we've got a lot of injuries at the minute as well. So it's not as big as what everyone would like to think it was. To the point where we had, Karamoko on the bench last week. With young Welsh on the bench as well in the last couple of games. So yeah, we've had a few injuries. Obviously a bad one last night with Michael. So we're waiting to see what the prognosis is of that. So Elyounoussi is going to come back into training on Saturday, which is good news. but again, he's been out for quite a considerable period of time, so Sunday will be too soon for him.
Is there any time scale on Mickey Johnson?
Not yet, no, but it will be long term.
What did he do?
It was a bad twist. You know, he said there was contact, but it doesn't look like there's contact. It looks like he's just twisted the knee, and there's, you know, a bit of swelling there, and ligament damage.
Do you think the fact that he stayed on for a few minutes, did that make it worse?
It might have compounded the problem. Yeah, it might have compounded the problem.
Is that frustrating? Is that something for him to learn from when he's still a young guy, that if you're injured, you might express just going off?
Yeah, it was annoying for me because we were making a substitution, and you know, he's saying, yeah, I'm all right to carry on, but obviously quite clearly after a couple of minutes that wasn't the case. So I know we'd already made the substitution, so yeah, it's a learning experience, if you want to call it that.
Is that something you might kind of force you to?
Look, you're going to ask me about players again?
Aye.
Well, my answer's going to be the same, you know. My answer's going to be the same. Like, we're looking at options, but we're not guaranteeing anything. If we can do some business, great. If we can't do some business, then great, because I'm, you know, really pleased with the squad of players that I've got.
The fact that you've now got you've played the wing backs, does that mean you maybe don't need to have as many wingers because you've got Greg Taylor putting in balls like you did last night as well?
Yeah, I was delighted with his performance last night, and he should be delighted with his performance as well. So, yeah, it's not a tried and true, you know, trusted system that we're going to use all the time, but you know, we just look at the personnel and see what's we think the best fit is for it.
Do you have the centre backs to play that again at the weekend? Is there going to be near the ton?
No, he's going to be in another week, and we're not sure if Jules will make it either. You know, he's been amazing really when you consider how long he's been out with that knee problem, and he's played 4 games in a row, which is something that is beyond the call of duty really for the issue that he has. So he's done, you know, great things for us over the last couple of weeks, but it might be difficult for him to start on Sunday.
Neil, how big a challenge is it for you as a manager to manage the squad in terms of their game time, and you've got a lot of games coming up thick and fast, a lot of away games as well, and how does that restrict how you can work with them tactically in terms of training and things, especially when you've kind of brought in a new system as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, the players are intelligent enough and they're familiar with all the, you know, formations that we've used, whether it be a back 3, whether it be a diamond, whether it be 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, you know. And yeah, you're right, it doesn't give us a lot of time to work on bigger areas. You know, we did a lot of that in Dubai, so it's a question of rest and recovery, and for the rest, you know, topping them up and keeping the fitness levels, you know, at a good level for being ready to be available to come in and play.
How big a part, when you've got this amount of games coming up, all so crucial, how big a part does the team's mentality, and especially the winning mentality, they built up over certainly the last number of seasons?
It's like Groundhog Day, you know. This is like the same press conference I did the other day. It's great having the likes of Brown, you know, Forrest, McGregor, Christie, you know, Foster, Craig Gordon, you know, having that core group of players who have won multiple championships, that experience is very important. Obviously, it doesn't guarantee anything, but yeah, it's certainly an advantage.
Neil, string of away games, can for you as a manager, away games be a benefit, because teams that perhaps would come to Celtic Park and sit very deep might come out a little bit more when they play at home, which gives you a little bit more space? Can that be a benefit for you?
Yes. Yeah, obviously, yeah, because then you don't have to break down a block of 10. So I don't think that was the case last night. I think that we just played very, very well, and no matter who would have played last night would have probably won the game. So if we can replicate that form and that exciting attacking verve, then, you know, we should be in for a good second half of the season. But, you know, that the players are used to teams sitting in as well, so, you know, it makes it a better game. It takes 2 teams to make a good game of football. You know, let's get it right. So if teams are setting up to defend deep, then that's our prerogative, and I understand that. And then it's our prerogative to break that down.
Are you happy with how Ebba and Griffiths are developing as a partnership, and do you think there's still more to come from them?
Yeah, I mean, it's embryonic, you know, early days, but they played very well together last night. So they're good, intelligent footballers, you know, and I've played with good centre forwards before who almost, you know, people call it telepathic. It's just really good football and intelligence, and we seem to get that from both of them.
Also, is there an update in Bolly? Does he have a slight knock at the moment? Or?
No, he's just not in the squad at the minute. You know, he's just having a bit of time out just to get his top form back.
And Frimpong, is he close to return?
I'm not sure yet. He's seen a specialist, so, you know, we're waiting on the results coming back from that.